Way podcast. Welcome to 5 Minute Mondays with your host, Medusa. Come listen to some fascinating stories, affirmations, wisdom, and even a few interviews of people that have paved the way and are paving the way in their journey of success. Listen to their timeline of adversities from traumas to triumph, and also listen to some guidance of life and even a few workshops of living your best life, digging deep and understanding the science of happiness, learning how to bounce back, the art of being present, 7 reasons to be mindful, the power of gratitude, and so much more. Paving the Way podcast with your host, Medusa.
Hey, good morning. It is 5 Minute Mondays, Paving the Way podcast with your host, MAD-USA, made in the USA, baby, Medusa. It is so great to be here. It was great to wake up this morning. I was breathing. It was still a bit muggy here because I am in Florida, and I was just in New York. People, and then I was in Philly. So a lot to talk about on travels, people, our circumstance, and everything that goes with traveling nowadays. Boy, do I have it for you guys. So I have been actually staying home a lot more than I used to. And I think we all understand and know why. COVID. Nobody saw this coming, right? Nobody did. Did we plan for it? No. Do we have other means of plans and evacuations, especially in Florida? You always got to have a bag packed, basically, for hurricanes or maybe people just have Halloween. It is Halloween coming up, but have hurricane parties. However, the planning that it takes to go into traveling nowadays is quite exhausting. So I'm one of the old souls back in the day that would travel almost 300 days out of the year, live in a car, live in a hotel. Actually lived not in a car, lived in my car, lost everything, lived on the streets, and bounced back so many times. I've definitely found my way. I've been lucky to be a strong person, but don't let that fool you. Strong people, they find their ways and times when they choose to be weak. Sometimes I just may have a breakdown in my house, in my car, in the hotel room. But when I walk out that door and I'm in front of people, I'm a $1 million baby, let me tell you. This is what I do. I'm entertainment. I've trained this way. This is what I do. But traveling, let's circle back to traveling. Traveling nowadays, it seems like I put a little less effort because the beauty of flying has gone away. I remember flying and I would get so excited. I would dress to the nines. I would have the perfect bags and I would make sure I had the certain stuff with me when I went on the plane. And I totally was the part, right? And it was a privilege to be able to save all my money that I didn't have, to be able to fly, and to save my money, to get the things I wanted, to be able to fly, and fly. I even flew back in the day, people, when TWA was around, Trans World Airlines, I believe, and they were smoking on the airplane. Yes, I gagged. I couldn't stand it. I would just be like, why are people smoking in an airplane that I have to breathe in a, small quarters? And I was always angry. I never understood why they could smoke on a freaking airplane. Think about it. All of those years, they got to smoke on an airplane and nothing happened that I remember. We'll have to do some research. But now there's so many restrictions on traveling, right? I mean, I am just livid that you can't have a damn bottle of water, that it has to be empty, still to this day, to bring it across. I would have the person open the bottle and have the security guard watch them take a couple sips and then send it through, because if that bitch was radioactive, you wouldn't be drinking it. Right? Damn. So that's one of my pet peeves. Always has been. I never understood it. But yet we can bring liquids and perfumes and, whatever, whatnot under, I think it's 4 ounces or 3 point or whatever it is. Who knows? It's probably down to 1 ounce now and everything. I just don't travel with half of the good shit that I want. And that's my point. You can't have that nice perfume with you or a whole bag of freaking makeup, and because God forbid if there's a real mirror in there and it's broke, and then I'm told that you can use that as stabbing somebody, that broken mirror, so you can't have that makeup compact. And I'm like, are you effing kidding me? Y'all need to fucking back the hell off. Just because the mirror is cracked or whatever, I'm going to use it to kill somebody? Oh my God. The world has gone crazy. Oh, and by the way, I also had a tweezers with me because I had a sliver in my finger and I didn't have time to get it out. So I wanted to get it out, wherever, wherever I was sitting, waiting. Maybe in my freaking seat on the airplane. Of course, I would have done it sanitary-wise. Had my little thing of Neosporin and little Band-Aid. In fact, I didn't have any of that. I had to think out of the box because they have Band-Aids now with all of that stuff in the little cushion area because you can't carry half that shit with you anymore. This is crazy. Oh, people, let me tell you. I mean, the joy of traveling is gone. I remember just being able to plan for a trip, make it, flying was part of the experience. I remember I enjoyed just sitting in the seat during takeoff. I would sit back and enjoy the thrust of the airplane, and oh my, it was just incredible. And I mean, now you are ridiculed if your backpack weighs over 10 pounds. They weigh your freaking backpack, people, now. It's insane. I mean, what the fuck flying? I swear to bejesus. If I had my own Jetsons car and I flew myself, I would. I swear. I always told myself, I really want to stick around until the whole world becomes like the Jetsons type of thing, because that's where it's going. I want my own bubble car and fly around the world, period. There. The Jetsons fucking rock. I need a Jetson t-shirt. That's it. If y'all don't know what the Jetsons are, look it up, because it was a cartoon way ahead of their time. And I love it. So, anyway, a little day late. I was in New York this weekend and Philadelphia doing some personal appearances, signings. God, the people were great. It was amazing, and had a really good time. However, what sparked this podcast and why I wanted to wait and put my thoughts together, one, I just got home I landed at 11:15 p.m. on Sunday, so I was butt-ass tired. And Monday, I had off, but I got home around 1 o'clock in the morning because I live an hour or so away. And by the time I got back, my dog was excited. The whole household woke up. Everything was in a disarray. So I got to sleep about, 2:30. Then I had to get up at 6 and get ready and go to the doctor's for a doctor appointment. I had eye appointment, whatever. So, yeah. And that was a shit show because I had 3 other appointments and I was looking at the calendar on my phone and I only looked at 9 o'clock and I didn't scroll down because I was so freaking tired. And I had 2 more appointments later on that day. And I already drove home, which is like an hour away from the doctor's. And I said, fuck it, I am not driving all the way back for 2 more doctors. So I had to turn around and reschedule the doctors. All of them. And they're hard to get in because you got to wait 3 fucking months anyway. So whatever. Oh my gosh. So traveling. So that's how traveling is. And plus, I work at the Harley Davidson shop. And, that's just sucking in my time. I don't even get time to clean my own freaking house anymore. So I feel like I'm busier during COVID than I was before. I don't know. Anyway, I'm planning getting a lot of things done, but just kind of, I don't know. Anyway, what sparked this was the travel. So even getting ready to go to New York, again, I always say don't have expectations hardly in anything in life because it'll let you down. And with this, I knew that going to New York was going to be minimal. 1, because of the COVID. 2, I didn't know what to expect in weather. It was a lot cooler than Florida because it was 90 degrees when I left. So again, I always pack 1 big bag, and then I had another bag of gimmicks for my signing. And even getting to the airport, traffic isn't too bad yet, but there's life and the world is moving, so that's good. And finding a parking spot, because I don't know what the hell Tampa International parking is doing. And of course, their rates went up. And so you get to the airport. Checking in is always a pleasure at Tampa because they know me. I've been traveling with them for 20 years and I've seen some of the same ladies, and there's a couple of wrestling fans there, and they treat you with class, and that's nice. That's nice to see at Delta. But I will say there are benefits of traveling a lot. I mean, sometimes my bag is like 5 pounds over and they're like, okay. So, those are some perks. And plus, hell, I'm a 2 million miler anyway on Delta. So what the hell? So that's okay. It's always a pleasure to get there. But now, there's no restaurants hardly open. Starbucks is finally open. I wish there was other coffee shops than just Starbucks, even though I like Starbucks, but it'd be nice to have something different than just a monopoly of Starbucks everywhere. And so you're getting on the plane, and I'm telling you the experience. Now, I believe in being cautious. I believe in washing your hands. I believe in keeping clean. Since when do you not wash your hands? And since when do you touch something nasty and then touch your face and eyes? And you know what I mean? So we're just re-educating people on how to keep clean and be more cautious. So just with this whole COVID, I understand everyone has their elements of precaution, but don't go throwing your fucking shit in my face and use it as a cop like attitude. I'm telling you, these stewardesses on Delta, she's lucky I didn't put out my foot and trip her goddamn ass.